you're finally getting the message to move on from somebody that you really, really, really loved. You may have been in love with this person. It may have been a situationship. It may have actually been a relationship for some of you. But I feel like Spirit is finally giving you that final cherry on top to say, like, you know what, you deserve better. And yes, this may have been your soulmate. This may have been what we intended for you. But they didn't handle it correctly. And, ooh, that's tough because I feel it. They didn't handle it correctly, and God got something better for you. God got a lot more happiness for you. The sun is at the bottom of the deck, and I feel like this person may have brought you joy at one point in the relationship or in whatever the fuck it was, but I feel like now it's time for you to find better. And that may suck. My ears start ringing as I say that. That may suck. But it just kind of is what it is. You know, at some point in your life, you got to realize that we're not in control. I feel like this person's traditions were different from yours. How they handled themselves, how they thought of things. I feel like you were a lot more spiritual than this person. And I think that was the hugest disconnect. I don't feel like that was the issue. I just feel like it was going to become an issue. But I feel like Spirit is finally guiding you to walk away. I could start crying because I feel it. This person got caught into temptation and addiction, and they got attached to something that bonded them to someone or something that just wasn't for their highest good. And I feel like they entertained the situation for way too long, to the point where they actually got stuck in it. So shit. Ooh. So whereas, I'm sorry, I'm getting emotional. Whereas this person thought that they was just running away from their problems or going somewhere where they thought it was easier, they actually made it harder for themselves. For some of you, I'm hearing that they got this person pregnant, and it's a girl. Somebody's having a daughter. And this person didn't do nothing but block your creativity because they didn't have any type of like aspirations for real. For some of you, I'm hearing in the streets, and also for the streets, let me say that. You use your discernment when it came to this situation, though, and I want to say the Spirit God, your angels, your Spirit team source is very proud of you, because I don't feel like it was easy, but I also don't feel like this was your toughest heartbreak either. There was a lot of indecision, and this person definitely caused a stalemate, but I feel like they took so fucking long to answer the call that God was sending them their person, that God made the last call for them. Ooh, and now while they're going through turmoil and whatever the fuck else in their life, because they thought they got the better option when they really got the short end of the stick, they got exactly what they deserved because that's what they thought they deserved. Your life is balancing itself out. Right. Really sad. I feel like you were taught, you were sent to this person to teach them what self-love looks like, what healing looks like, what tapping in the source actually looks like, because this person was lost. And I feel like they were just too scared of it. For some of you, I feel like you may have told them like certain things that you saw, certain dreams that you had, and it scared the shit out of this person. Like, they weren't ready for that, but I feel like now that they're going through all this bullshit in the background, they're definitely ready for it, but it's too late. They've made such an ass of themselves that they can't even come back and say, I'm sorry. They feel so fucked up that they know better. They know that you deserve better. And for some of you, they've actually even told you this. And now this person has a bunch of anxieties, and there was somebody who's not as abundant as you. And now they have to depend on this person in the situation, or vice versa. And all this other person wanted to do was control them. And they really just wanted to control them because they didn't want them to be with you. For some of you, I feel like this person, this third party, got into their messages or whatever it is, and they didn't even care if this person was happy or not. They just didn't want them to be with you, which is really fucking sad and evil. And all they did was cause a bunch of confusion for this person. I feel like they got in their ear and gave them nothing but gossip. And like I said at the beginning of the reading, while they going through all this bullshit, you going through a happy time. And they didn't got word, even if they stalking you, they ain't stalking you. Somebody done told their ass how happy you are, how good you're doing. You actually told them, like, before the situation ended, I'm going to be something big one day and you could be a part of it. I see so much more for you. But they didn't see more for themselves. And so now, everything that you told them is starting to happen and coming to fruition. And they just get to watch. They're watching you from afar. They're watching your life expand. They're watching you get better. They're watching you get bigger. And all this person can do is cry about it and move on. They ain't got no choice but to move on now. And you got this person trapped. They're trapped in their head. They're sad. They're definitely feeling your absence. Because all they want to fucking do is be greedy. They wanted more and more and more. They wanted this other person because this other person put a big pretty bow on a pile of shit and said, here you go. And this person fell for it. They fell for the illusions. And now they know that that was a huge fucking mistake, but now they're caught in it forever. And you're moving on. And you get the victory and you get the success and you continue to be resilient. You were determined to persevere. Because I feel like this person may have met you where you couldn't even take a leap of faith at one point. Where it was a lot of stuff going on in your life. And they probably didn't even feel like you were going to be able to come out of it. But you told them, like, you know what? I done been here before. This person's very reckless and foolish. And they're very fucking naive. And now they're learning the hard way. You were a chosen one. And now they're stuck on what you did have. Meanwhile, you getting all the clarity, new ideas, and the breakthrough. And all they got is lack of control in their fucking situation and in their life. Yeah. They can't move. They're in a broken relationship. And meanwhile, God's about to send you somebody that's super romantic and that's actually a better suitor for you. This person's going to be a leader. They're actually going to be able to, like, help you bring your vision to life. Or it's opportunity coming. And while this other person feels like giving up and they're overwhelmed with all this bullshit they got going on, somebody's bringing you a really good offer. This person's going to be reliable too, and they're a hard worker. No longer dealing with people who juggle you. Because this person is no longer able to move forward on what the fuck they got going on over there. Yeah. And this person was very dishonest as well. All they did was bring conflict, and this other person, the third party, they wanted to just win at all costs. They really didn't give a fuck. And all they did was betray this person and manipulate this person. This person fell for it. But you don't worry about that. That's in the past. Lick your wounds, heal, and get over it, because it's going to be 10 times better than whatever the fuck they could bring into your situation. So that's your message.